Floods have a number of consequences, though consequences usually are negative, vary greatly depending on the location and extent of flooding, the value of the natural and constructed environments they affect. Firstly, floods have large social consequences for communities and individuals. Many people have died in flash floods, many more are injured, and others are made homeless. The impacts of flooding also include damage to property, destruction of crops, loss of livestock, disruption to water supply and electricity. For example, on the 27th and 28th in September this year, floods took place in Ho Chi Minh City, caused lots of disadvantages and serious accidents. Moreover, flooding brings a lot of disease and infections, including military fever, pneumonic plague, and dysentery. Secondly, floods have bad effects on the economy during floods, especially flash floods. Roads, farms, houses, and automobiles are destroyed. The government has to take action to deploy firemen, police, and other emergency apparatuses to help the affected. All of those costs vary much. For instance, the cost of all flooding in the USA in 2011 was $8,640,031,956. It often takes years for affected communities to be rebuilt and business to come back to normalcy. Thirdly, floods have significant consequences for the environment. Chemicals and other hazardous substances end up in the water and finally contaminate the water bodies that floods end up in. In 2011, a huge tsunami hit Japan and seawater flooded a part of the coastline. The flooding caused massive leakage in nuclear plants and has caused high radiation in that area. Authorities in Japan fear that the radiation levels are 18 times higher than even thought. Furthermore, animals are killed and other insects are introduced to affect areas due to flooding, all of which get involved in distorting the natural balance of the ecosystem.